Alright, what's up everyone, Pathfinder here, and today I have top 10 tips and tricks for all the beginning slash just bought the game players, because I have a lot of new players that just got the game on PlayStation 4, that just bought the game on PC, that got it in the Steam sale which is on right now, and yeah, today I'm just going to be doing my top 10 tips for beginning players. And the first tip I have is basic training. So the first thing you're going to come up, you're going to see this. This is your first menu screen, and you have a choice between 4 little things that you can pick on. And you can start with solo if you're already familiar with the game, and if you just bought the game, then the best thing you can do is start the basic training. Now, the basic training will allow you to understand a little bit about the game, but it's not going to tell you each and every detail. It's going to tell you how to shoot, how to parry with your weapons, how to use your melee weapons, how to heal yourself up, and how to shop at the trader. But a lot of tips are kind of missed there, you know, the whole team play and the whole stay with your team tips or weapon tips and things like that. And that's what I'm going to be covering here. And I wish they focused more on the basic training, because the basic training could actually, you know, teach a lot of people on how to play this game, and that would be an awesome plus. Okay, now the second tip we have right here is the options, which you can find on top of this little toolbar here. Now, in video, I recommend you just set everything to your computer. If you have a low-end computer, then switch it to low. If you have a decent or a high-end computer, then change it to ultra. Now, adjusting the gamma, for me it's kind of broken, I think, because if I have it on the max setting, I can see normally, but if I go below this, here, I can just barely see anything, so I have to keep it on the max setting. And yeah, that's going to do it for the video. Now, the audio is self-explanatory, you can just adjust it how you want. And then we have controls. Now, controls, the sensitivity in this game is very important. And you need to adjust it to your playstyle, because with some perks you need to be very accurate, and with some not so much. But if you play the perks that you need to be accurate, then sensitivity will save your life. Now, key bindings, yeah, you can adjust them how you want. I just adjusted the right mouse button to be on the hold instead of the toggle for the iron sights, because that's how I play my games. And here you have gameplay, and you can just adjust your FOE. The normal FUE, it could work, but I recommend having it on 110%. Now, you can use a crosshair if you're a beginning player, but I am kind of a Killing Floor 1 player, so I don't use the crosshair that much. And you can just adjust, you can tick anything you want here. If you want, anti-motion sickness, use Alt for pistol aim, you can just adjust whatever you want. So the main point of options is to just adjust how you want to play. Okay, another tip is how to start your games. Now, you can play solo if you want. You can just adjust here to your difficulty of your liking, to your length of your liking. You can pick which map you want, and you can pick which game mode you want. And you can pick weekly, or you can pick survival. Now, the weekly is only going to be here for the Summer Sideshow update, while the survival is going to stay here forever, I hope. And yeah, this is how you start. You just launch the game and you're in a solo match. Now, if you want to play on a multiplayer server with your friends or something, then you can click on online matchmaking. Now, with this online matchmaking, you can set anything you want. If you want to play on, for instance, hard and on short. And you can even change your permissions to be public, so everyone can join and you're going to be joining in a game. Or you can even add it to friends only. Or you can even start your own server with a private password. And game progress, you can allow players, you can allow yourself to join in progress games, or you can start in a completely not started game, or you can create your own new game. And you can even switch between the different servers, like ranked, rank stalked, custom, and unranked. And yeah, you can even switch which map you want. Now, I don't personally recommend the online matchmaking, because sometimes it can be cool, and with the permissions it could be very fun. But I usually just find my servers by browsing them on this, because you can just search for the one that has the lowest ping, and you're not going to have any problems. Okay, once you start the game, you are going to be greeted with this. And the only thing you can do is ready up, change your character up a bit. check your inventory, and I currently have nothing on because fraps and things don't go with the game, and you can switch your perk. Now the best starting perk is going to have to be the survivalist, because with the survivalist you are pretty much all of the other perks, and you can have it in one, so you can level this one up and get a hang of the game until you are comfortable enough to play any of the other ones. And if you guys want any tips on these, then be sure to check out my perk guides. Okay, if you're playing solo, you are just by yourself, but if you're playing multiplayer with random people, then you have to do everything to keep your team alive. Now, the best tip is to stay with the team and help them out when they're fighting something, as you can see here. Now, a lot of perks are going to decide on what you're going to have to do in a game, but that is explained in all of my perk guides. Okay, when you're going to be more experienced in the game, try and pick the perk that the team is missing. For instance, if the team doesn't have a medic, go medic. If a team doesn't have a berserker, go berserker, and things like that. It's not recommended to have more of the same perk. Okay, another great tip is for you to get to know the maps and get to know where all the little features are, the little hidden features such as where the weapons will spawn, where the ammo crates will spawn, because that can help you a lot in a tight situation. Now, the best way to get to know your maps is to start a solo match or start a private server or something with your friends and just jog along the map and watch out for different like ammo crates and little spots that you can camp and stuff like that. On a lot of maps, people are just going to generally be in one spot on the map, and that spot is going to be generally the one that you are going to be sticking with for the rest of the match. Because with that spot, you can kill every Zed and you're going to get used to where the Zeds are going to spawn, and you are just going to be killing them all the way. Knowing all the maps is going to be your best bet if you need to run away in a tight situation. Okay, killing Zeds in this game can be very satisfying, but keep in mind, you're not the only one who does the killing. The Zeds can do the killing as well. Now for that, you need to constantly be looking at your health, and if you have below, like, let's say 80, then you need to heal yourself no matter what. And keep in mind, solo games give you 50 health back, while multiplayer only gives you back 20. Okay, after every round, you are going to have to go to something called a trader pod. Now, with that trader pod, you can buy weapons, sell weapons, and reload weapons. Now, my best tip for this is to just look at what your perk is and to buy guns for that specific perk. Okay, as I said before, if you're playing on a multiplayer game with random people, then the best thing is for you to stay with the team, heal them, give enough money for them to buy stuff, and just generally help them out. Okay, in order to heal your team, you don't actually always have to be the medic. You can also buy this medic pistol, which is going to only take 1 block, and you can just buy it and you will have it with your any other perk you play. And you even have something in your inventory called the med syringe, which you can just go up to a player and heal them if you press your fire button, and that will heal them about 20%. Okay, if you use these tips, then people are going to be very happy that you're doing this for them, that you're healing them and giving them money and stuff. And now we are going to be talking about the different weapons, the weapon tips and tricks, and the different features that each weapon has. And the first one is going to be the microwave. Now, the microwave is a firebug weapon, and the microwave gun has an awesome feature to it. Not only can it just blow Zeds up, which is actually awesome as fuck, but it can also push Zeds back. Now, pushing Zeds back can be very useful because if you can't handle a Zed, or if a Zed is raged on you and you just don't have, you know, the capability to kill him, then you can just simply push him back and avoid damage, as you can see here. Now, another awesome weapon that has a neat feature is the boomstick. Now, the boomstick is a support weapon, and if you use the alternative fire on it, you can launch yourself or propel yourself upwards if you shoot at the ground and jump at the same time. And that can get you out of like tight situations, or you can even jump over different Zeds. Okay, for all your dual wielding weapons, you have something at your disposal called reload cancelling, and that can save you, let's say, about a second, so you can shoot a second like earlier that you otherwise would. Reload cancelling in this game can be done by bashing. Only bash when you see that you have the gun fully loaded, and that can be seen down at the HUD. In most cases, bash when you see that one mag is being replaced in the pistol. This takes some getting used to, and in time you are going to master it without problems. Okay, some other great features are for the Demolitionist. Now with the Demolitionist you got C4 and the RPG that have some awesome features to them. Now the C4, believe it or not, can stick to Zeds. And what you can do with that is just throw C4 on a Z and make him run directly into a bunch of other like Zeds, and then just detonate your C4 and you are going to have a lot of kills. Okay, with the RPG you can do a lot of things to Zeds. First off, you can just randomly shoot and make a huge explosion and kill Zeds that way, or you can go directly into a Zed's face and launch that rocket directly at their face, and that's going to do a lot of damage. Now with the RPG you have something called backfire, as you can see right here. If you point away from the Zed, or if a Zed is behind you and you shoot, the Zed back there is going to get knocked down, and in most cases he will probably die. Now this is not recommended for big Zeds or anything in general, this is just here to be an awesome feature. Okay, those were my top 10 favorite tips and tricks that I would like to share amongst you guys that are just starting the game or just want some tips in general. And no, these were not in order, I just kind of like randomly put them on there, so no confusion there if that's what you're wondering. And yeah, I hope this helped like at least some of you, or at least some of these tips were kind of useful. And I know I could have like made more tips, such as like bashing away a fleshbound and something like that, but I think that's going to be for another video, I think, because I have a lot of tips that I want to share in this game, and these were just my like favorite top 10 for like beginning players. And I always stick by these top 10 tips that I just mentioned here, and with those 10 tips I pretty much win 90% of my games. And those other 10% games that I lose is probably because I'm like playing for fun, or I'm just like sleepy or something. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, hope this helped you. If it did, then be sure to leave a like, comment your own tips and tricks if you have anything special that I don't have, which you probably do because I just play for fun, mainly, I think. But yeah, leave your tips in the comments and be sure to subscribe, like, and do all that funky stuff. So yeah, see you guys next episode.